Hey guys, Rob with Trophy Hunter Supply here. Wanted to answer some questions on the veteran from VIP. A lot of guys showing interest, but definitely a lot of questions on how it works, benefits, downfalls, that kind of thing. So I figured I would just kind of make a little video and kind of walk through it all. So, as you can see, it's a pretty basic two blade. Blades are 440C stainless. They're actually a pretty decent thickness for a mechanical. Definitely, it's going to be hard to see here, but definitely a stiffer blade than most mechanicals that I've dealt with. The tip is got these cones, these bevels, and what the intention behind those is to create turbulence so that the air is turbulent going over the blades, which gives it less chance of planing. With this being only 100 grain, not really, depending on the arrow setup, not having a ton of front and center, that can be definitely beneficial. Now, big benefit for me, I mean, those of you that have talked with me at the shop know that I'm not the biggest fan of mechanicals. I don't like really anything that increases the chance of failure, but that's one thing that I really like with the veteran, is that even if it doesn't open, you have an 1.25 inch cut. Now, it's not often that it doesn't open from the testing that I've seen, but if it didn't open, you are still giving yourself an 1.25 inch cut that is more than lethal. That's the fixed blades that I typically shoot are only 1 1/8 inches wide. So that I'm not concerned about. Great mechanical advantage, nice slow blade angle. That's going to give you a lot better efficiency on impact. If you were to catch a bone on impact, shoulder blade, catch a rib square, anything, this is going to waste less energy. It's going to be more efficient penetrating. Now, once also I have dulled these. Just this is our show model at the shop, so people aren't cutting themselves. But when you impact, these blades are going to get a little bit of tension on them, and then this collar is what actually sets it off. So when that collar gets hit, those blades are forced forward by a 10-pound spring. The blades are independent, so even if you catch some hard material, it can fold back. So the testing that I've got a couple of buddies down in Texas that have been running these through some pigs, and they've been seeing typically around a 2 to like 2.25 cut through the vitals. But then you're not going to have those huge entrance and exit wounds, which really are not needed. You want that pass through. So on exit, now this has been open through the vitals, and you hit some harder material, the rib cage, if you catch the offside shoulder blade, anything, these can fold back. And the more resistance they encounter, the further they will fold back, increasing the likelihood of pass-through. So definitely an improvement over other mechanicals that I've dealt with. When you know, the one that you're hunting with, you're not going to have sharp, or not going to dull it. I mean, so they actually have these little covers that you can put on, and then use that to pull the collar down and close it, and you're ready to go for another round. So out of any of the mechanicals that I've dealt with, this is definitely the one that I would pick. You know, I'm still going to be running my fixed 2 blades, but for guys that really want that extra cutting width, that want that little more flexible on the bow tuning, this is definitely an option to consider. Any questions, anything, feel free to comment. Otherwise, stop into the shop. Once again, this is Rob with Trophy Hunter Supply. Subscribe, like the channel, like the video, and if there's something that you want to see, let us know.